Hello everyone and welcome to another video on how to use the Ultimate Pack models. In this video we'll show you how to solder this red board and put the electronic components on it. Take 4 push buttons, 8 LEDs, 6 resistors and these 2 sets of pins. Prepare your soldering iron, its stand, sponge and a bit of solder. Once your soldering iron is heated up, you can begin. Let's start with the pins. Place this set of pins on the board, but be careful. We will solder the shorter side. Flip the board over and you can start soldering. This is what the board should look like once you're done. Next, take the other set of pins and place them here. Make sure to solder the bent side of the pins. To ease the process, you can begin by soldering the first and the last pin. Make sure that the pins are vertical to the board and that nothing is tilted. These pins will be used to connect the board with the connector on the bed controller. Moving on to the resistors. The orientation of the resistors does not matter. Bend the legs of the resistors into a U shape and make sure that the resistors are pushed all the way to the board. To ease the soldering process, you can bend the legs like this. Also, you may choose to solder them individually or place all the resistors first and solder them later. This is what the board should look like now. The next step is to solder the push buttons. Make sure that the push button clicks when pressed onto the board. Start soldering. Well done! The only remaining components to solder are the LEDs. Pay close attention to the correct orientation of the LEDs on the board. Take one of them in your hand and look for the slightly cut off part. Now check the board and you'll notice that one side of the circle is also cut off. Put the LED on the board so that the cut off side of the LED matches the cut off side of the board. You can slightly bend the legs of the LED to ease the soldering process. If you're done, this is what the board should look like. Great job! Check if there are no soldering bridges and that all of the joints are clean. If everything seems fine, connect it to the bed controller and you can start coding it. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the following guide.